Ravens Nation, Flock Nation. What's good, y'all? What's good? Today is Tuesday, so let's prepare. I ain't saying it in a bad way, but let's prepare. For the news today. I was going to wait until the news came out, but I just feel it's only right to speak on it. I would have spoke on it when my homie Chosen Goat sent me the findings of this matter, and one of the first people that knew about it, because I didn't know about it, but Ozzie Newsome made a point to add his thoughts on, or his understanding of what's to come in regards to the Lamar Jackson situation. They said that they was going to be working on between, at the time, yesterday and today at 4 p.m. to try to get the deal done with Lamar. Now, two things with this. It's a good thing. I'm going to start with the good, then the bad. It's a good thing to me because it lets me know, of course, Ozzie was still in the building, but the fact that Ozzie drafted Lamar and that he's the last person that's saying something in regards to the Lamar contract, like, I literally was smiling when bro sent me the damn text, pause, like, on some real shit though, because I'm like, damn, like, when the fuck have we ever heard from Ozzie since he stepped down, bro? When? You know what I'm saying? So, like, the fact that that element is there, like, I can't do nothing but be grateful. And then he openly, strongly said, if we can't get the deal done, he's getting tagged. And people try to throw this tag shit into a bad situation, but the crazy part, every time I hear somebody talk about the tag with Lamar, they always say, oh, he ain't playing on the tag. He ain't playing on the tag. And I've been saying for the longest, who the fuck said that he wasn't playing on the tag? Who the fuck said that? Niggas just be making up shit. Who the fuck said Lamar wasn't playing on the tag? He played last year, and they said, and everybody in media sat there and said, I wouldn't step foot on the field. He still stepped foot on the field. What that tell you? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it, they'll throw out, well, if he get tagged, the Ravens might as well just call it quits. They're basically shopping him. They basically say they don't want him. I completely disagree. This is what I mean by a lot of people that be reporting on the Ravens don't know the Ravens, for real. They don't do their homework. They don't know their history. And this is facts. Yo, I just talked to my pops last night. Yo. I've been watching the Chiefs before Ravens was even a franchise, bro. Like, my nigga, like, it's nothing y'all can tell me. Like, I'm dead the fuck serious. It's nothing y'all can tell me. Unless you telling me you really on your shit about the Ravens, I really don't got much commentary for you, because I'm going to shut you down with so many facts you ain't even going to want to admit that I'm right. You just going to feel silly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say this, like, I know my team, I know my squad. If they're going to sit there, they don't have to say nothing. If they wasn't invested in Lamar, they didn't have to say anything. But they are, and they're adamantly saying, yo, we want to keep him. And then when you look at what's going on around the league, I love what I'm seeing. Derek Carr's off the market. I thank God, because everybody was I don't want to say making me mad, irritating me with this whole Derek Carr, we can get Derek Carr. Like, this is how I know y'all don't know football. Derek Carr win percentage is like 500 exactly, if not below. What will we do with that? Come on, man. When Joe Flacco was our starting QB, he was the highest paid QB at the time. And so much so, it happened twice. Ozzie wouldn't have to say anything if they already knew Lamar was going. Ravens franchise tagged Terrell Suggs twice. wasn't a big deal then because nobody had social media and all this other crazy stuff wasn't going on. But it's been happening in history. Ravens only sign Hall of Fame players. Lamar Jackson is already in Hall of Fame. Anybody who's going to argue with me, please feel free to get embarrassed in the comments. But also too, shouts out to Tandra Bowman. I seen your comment. I'm going to address it with my own situation on this matter, right? I used to work for a job, and it was a lot of, let's just say, for lack of better words, a lot of favoritism, a lot of racist shit going on, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of motherfucker, I'm like Bateman in a sense. Not like Bateman, but with the tweet shit, I was like Bateman, but I didn't tweet. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it right in front of their face. Like, if I got something to say, or if I feel some type of way about something, I want to go see my supervisor. They had DMs and supervisors. DMs is below supervisors. So if I had a problem with my DM, I'll go see my supervisor. But me not knowing they both in cahoots and both friends, I'm spinning my wheels. But I didn't know this initially. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I was there for about 3-4 years and watched a lot of DMs come in and out. And from the first one that I met to the last one that I had interaction with, I never fucked with any of them. So it was always me going to go see my supervisor, like, yo, they on some bullshit. Why they making me try and do this? Why they making me try and do that? Blah, 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 blah. Whether my feelings was validated or not, right? All that did was put a target on my back. Right or wrong, I'm telling you what happened. All that did was put a target on my back. And when I look at Bateman's situation, right, I see the same situation. When I look at Hollywood, I seen the same situation. All you did was put a target on your back. Now, I'm fine with anybody out here doing it the right way to make money. It's all good. You know, I ain't taking nothing away from Bateman. I ain't saying he don't need to play another down in the NFL. I ain't saying he need to get kicked out of the NFL. I ain't saying none of that. I'm just saying, me personally, I would not have done no shit like that because I know what comes after. And then on top of it, when I had my little riffs with these DMs, and when I would talk to my supervisor and shit like that, right, thinking that it would go good, it didn't go good most of the time because most of the time it backfired and I got in trouble. Now, when you look at it collectively, a lot of these people that I work with, they were seeing this shit too. You think they stuck their neck out to sit there and speak up for me? You think that they stuck there, even if I wanted to include them, like, oh, well, which car did this too? Which car seen this too? Which car, they was there too? You think they really gonna want to get involved? Either you gonna go hard for yourself because you feel like you've been done dirty, or you're gonna try to speak for the whole group and you're gonna be speaking up by yourself. That's just how it go. When I was making money, that's how I went. You know what I'm saying? Corporate America, that's how I go. So either one or two things. Either put your notice in and say, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this shit. Y'all can have this, I'm out. Or you shut the fuck up. And I ain't saying this on some demeaning ass shit. I'm saying it as if I was talking to myself when I had this job. Like, speaking in past tense. Like, if I can go back in time, tell myself before all that shit happened, either shut the fuck up or find another job. Because it's not going to end well with you speaking out. Sorry. I've tried that in corporate America. And don't get me wrong. When I did that and everything fell to shit, it's not to say that the company didn't fall to shit after I left. It's not to say I didn't have success after I left. I'm just saying, ultimately, that was the result. So what I'm saying with Bateman regards, I ain't saying he ain't gonna have success without the Ravens. I ain't saying he ain't gonna be able to make his money without the Ravens. I ain't saying we ain't holding him back. But again, you put yourself out there and stepped out of line. Now you got to sit there and deal with the repercussions, bro. I'm sorry. That's just me. That's just how I would handle it. Because you let one motherfucker get outside, talk outside their neck sideways, especially publicly, like that, who ain't put in no work. It's gonna give room for everybody else to do it. And the only people that was allowed to have express frustration is anybody that played in their playoffs game and anybody who played throughout the whole season, including Lamar. Other than that, I really don't care for what you got to say because you wasn't on the field. You wasn't on the field. If you're gonna make an excuse for Bateman saying what he had to say, then you can make an excuse for Brashard Perriman. You can make an excuse for any injured player that did not have a successful career. That's like me blaming a job that let me go over 5 years ago. Say, man, that management, man, they set me back, man, and I ain't never been right since. I mean, I ain't saying it don't happen to people, but that's just not how I'm built. That's just not how I'm going. I'm not going like that. I'm not going out sad like that. I refuse to. You feel what I'm saying? I just thought it was real corny how all these players who was like 5 years removed from the team, 6 years removed from the team, all of a sudden coming out by Steve Saunders. Who the fuck? The nigga's going. Go at the nigga. Stop atting us, yo. I've been, and this is why a lot of people be so bothered by what I be saying, because I don't know if y'all been on my videos during this whole duration since I've been making videos, but I keep telling y'all, I don't got time for people who not in a Ravens jersey, people who aren't even fans of the Ravens, always got something to say about the Ravens. You want to be a Lamar Jackson fan, go right ahead. I've been a fan of football before Lamar Jackson was born, low-key. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, I'm not a fan of who's on the back of the jersey. I'm a fan of the team, of the jersey. That's it. Don't get me wrong. I had my moments where I was like, no, I ain't fucking with the Ravens. They fuck up with Lamar. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't pick the Ravens. I didn't choose the Ravens to be my team because of fucking Lamar Jackson. I didn't choose the Ravens to be my team because of fucking Ray Lewis. I know it's cliche to say among people, but when being that young, I just appreciate that they had a dope-ass color and they was flying all around the fucking field. I didn't know who anybody was when I first started watching them. You feel what I'm saying? But I still appreciated how they was playing football at the time, so that's what the liking was. And to fast forward, now we got another dynamic QB, or I ain't gonna say another, but well, you can say another dynamic QB and one of one at this juncture. And like I said, all the QBs starting to get taken up now. And whether you want to look at it in a negative or positive way, Ravens are about to be forced into signing Lamar. And again, I don't know why people keep talking about Anthony Richardson like he's the fuck good. This, again, if you don't watch college football, just say that. If you don't pay attention to college football, stop speaking on these college players and you don't watch it. You don't watch it. They sit there talking about Anthony Richardson jumping this. It's funny too, because Shannon Sharp echoed the same thing I be saying. The same shit I be saying. And the shit he said about Ja Morant, that's what I was saying about motherfucking Bateman. And even if you want to go watch what Shannon said about Bateman, I was basically saying the same shit. You disgruntled, you don't want to be somewhere, you can go, bro. Simple as that. You ain't even give Monken a chance. If EDC is the fucking parents, is the dad in his role of this team, you feel what I'm saying? He got to come out and speak on the team to media. You could have a conversation with dad after the meeting. Instead, you go right at him. Weird, man. You can go ahead and do that shit if you want, but I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised by the fucking consequences. Every action has a consequence, good or bad. But again, I'm glad to see Ozzie speak on the situation. That made me very, very elated. I couldn't be any happier. Like I said, we still gonna see what's going on. The opposite side of that, I don't know if it's an indictment on EDC and how much he's able to do in his role, because the fact that Ozzie had to come out and say something, for me, at this juncture, how I'm feeling right now, I don't think that's a good sign for EDC as a GM right now, because you should have been able to grab hold of this. But maybe it's just because maybe I don't know how they caught up with Ozzie, but maybe it's just because Ozzie know that the situation is so big. EDC isn't that good talking to me. I don't know. It's so many layers to this right now. But if you want to look at it in a negative way and say EDC could be on his way out the door, or EDC ain't ready for his GM role, or he's not equipped, or he's in over his head, I can see your argument. But I'm not even going to go into that right now, because the most important thing is keeping Lamar Jackson, whether for on a tag or whether for long term. It don't matter to me, because I know he still want to be here playing for the Ravens. And I'm going to say this again for the third or fourth time. Steve Bisciotti said right after everybody, this famous line that everybody want to keep bringing up. They don't say the full quote, everything that he said in that little quick meeting. I keep saying EDC. Steve Bisciotti said, I don't believe Deshaun Watson should have been the first person to get an all guaranteed deal. Not I don't believe in that. Not I don't believe Lamar should get it. He said, I don't believe Deshaun Watson should have been the first to receive that. That's what he said. And then, I don't know how the conversation went. I went off the article. I didn't see this live. I didn't see him in video talk about this. I was reading an article. He literally said, if Lamar wanted to, he could ask to be tagged for 2 years, 2 more years. That would be this year and next year, and potentially make over $60 million. And then on top of that, he would have still been on his rookie contract, low-key. And that way, he got 2 years to still have a chance to win the Super Bowl without a contract being done. I don't know if y'all heard me, but he said Lamar could wait, if he wanted to, by tagging himself, by asking to be tagged twice, meaning 2 years. That way he got 2 more years to get a Super Bowl and then potentially cash out for even more than what he already could sign for right now. So again, everybody that's all up his ass trying to figure out what the fuck is going to happen, all that shit, or blaming it on the franchise. How do you know Lamar ain't doing this shit strategically? Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. You can never be on the side of the Ravens or trying to be in the mind of Lamar. Lamar could never do no. I ain't saying he's doing wrong, but Lamar could never be the one prolonging the situation. Y'all don't think, right? Like, come on, most of y'all niggas that's in your position right now, hell, including me, if a motherfucker come to you with whatever the Ravens at the highest offer, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, whatever the Ravens highest offer is, if a nigga came at y'all with that and said, hey, you want to sign for us for X amount of years, 9 times out of 10, most people would do it. So obviously, for him to want to be hesitant, he's obviously trying to have a strategic plan in place that'll work for him and hopefully the team. And again, if he didn't want to play for the team, it wouldn't be no optimism. We talking about the Ravens that didn't even want to say whether Lamar was going to play or not. Why the hell would they say we got optimism if it wasn't none? You know how easy it is for them to let John go up there and sit there and say, we're going to move forward with the guys that we have now? What difference is if, as a relationship, what difference is it if I break up with you on Monday opposed to Friday? What the fuck difference do it make? Why do I got to hold my tongue to tell you the inevitable? That don't even make sense. When I'm sparing myself 4 or 5 days? Like, come on, man. There's no benefit to it. I just don't see it. That's just my thinking. But, yeah, man, Ravens Flock, Ravens Nation, man. Just want to tap in with y'all. Hopefully, that gave a good response to you too, Tandra. I appreciate you commenting on my video. Appreciate you watching. All my people that be watching and commenting, opposing opinions. Motherfuckers that call me a fool, I don't give a damn. I still appreciate all y'all, every last one of y'all commenting, giving feedback. It's all for the love of the sport, but you know, it is what it is. But Ravens Flock, Ravens Nation, Flock Nation. I'm high on the next one. Shouts out to my homies, Abdi Hassan. Shouts out to my homie, Fresh Life. Shouts out to my homie, Bateman Pistol Sports. Shouts out to my homie, Chosen Goat. Yeah, man, Ravens Flock, Ravens Nation, man. We got a big day ahead of us. Hoping for the best. But I already know the best is yet to come. So, shouts out to Lamar Jackson. Shouts out to the Ravens. I'm out, y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all protect y'all energy, man.